I've had this idea, but I really heard it from a mentor of mine, Grant Cardone, and I've really been leaning into Grant these last 6 to 12 months. And he says he never enters into a real estate deal until he knows how to get out of the real estate deal. He's like, how do I leave this thing, right? So how do I get out? The number one mistake agents make is how are you going to stop selling real estate? Unfortunately, this is an industry built on longevity of inconsistent activity, inconsistent income, right? You've written an incredible book about both of those.
Thank you.
Right? That forces, if you have inconsistent activity, which is inconsistent income, you're literally going to take a listing all the way to your funeral.
Yeah.
It's the industry, right? It hasn't been transformed. And so the number one thing I talk to agents about is like, what's the last house you're going to sell? And then we go and work backwards. Gary wrote about it in the one thing about going big and thinking big and going big. It's like trying to lose 100 pounds in 3 days. You can't do it. So you have to go all the way out, turn around, look back, connect the dots. How do I get to where I don't no longer sell real estate? How much money do I need? What's my passive income? What's my leveraged income? And what's lifestyle look like so I can start doing the things all the way today to help me get there? Lose those 2 pounds this week to go get to the, X amount of money you want to make, however far that is.
I love that. And, you reminded me, I won't share this gentleman's name, but you reminded me of Matt and I are in the same marketplace here right outside of Washington, D.C. And you reminded me of somebody who unfortunately passed away a few years ago who was still taking listings in his little machine there, I guess the wheelchair that you can drive. Mm-hmm. And it was a really top producing agent. And he sold all the way up to the last day. And, so you're right that, I don't know if he had a plan or what, or if that was just what he enjoyed doing. Maybe it was. I hope it was. But certainly having the choice of how do I, like you say, how do I sell that property? I'm not going to invest in a property until I know how to get out of it. So what's the end game? What's the exit plan here? So what are some suggestions that you have for that, Matt?
So that's actually mistake 5. The first mistake is no plan.
No plan. Okay.
Right. That's the number one mistake.
No plan. Got it. All right.
And then number 2 is they live below the means, or they don't live below their means.
Got
right?
it. Yeah.
After thousands of conversations with real estate agents in the last 3 years, real estates make less than they think. We all spend more than we care to admit, which causes us to be behind on taxes or retirement.
Yeah.
Right. So if our lifestyle will always meet or exceed our level of income if you don't have a plan.
Yeah.
And so when we get that $400,000 house at 2.5%, and we think $10,000, right? Broker makes 10 grand, we make X. However, no, the real estate agent made X. The person doesn't make X, right? The business of the real estate agent makes that money, call it 80-20, so it's 8 grand. How much does the actual person get that actually sold the house? The best is 60%.
Of the 80% or 60%?
Of the 80 grand.
Yeah.
So mentally, you sold a $400,000 house, made 10 grand. Your lifestyle, you think you make 10 grand. You actually your business makes 8. You actually make $4,800.
Right.
So now lifestyle has dramatically exceeded the level of income, which now everybody's playing catch up.
And
because
if you don't,
you spend more, and now there's no money for taxes, there's no money for retirement, and it's just this lifelong rat race forever.
Yeah, and if you don't have consistent deals coming in, you not only did you just envision that you had 10 grand, but you had 4,800, and now you have the next month where you may have 0, right? And so that even compounds that challenge.